Should you ever burn any bridges? Are all bridges important? Because you've heard the saying, don't burn any bridges because you never know when you will need someone who might be on the other side of that bridge. Right? I'm sure you heard that before. And for me, I've always been like, there are some people that I don't want anything from. And it makes me wonder, right? So then it always made me wonder, like, do I really believe in not burning bridges? And I don't. I don't. Honestly, I don't believe in not burning any bridges. Now, there are plenty of bridges that I, have no problem with those bridges and get along great. And, we people might go their separate ways. And because I was going in this direction, they're going in that direction. If it's a company, if it's people, whatever, right? But there are there's another side. There are some bridges that for me, I'm like, I'm out, and I'm like, I will burn that bridge on my way out because I do not want to have anything to do with you ever again. Like, I could be on my last, and I would look and I'm like, well, we're gonna have to figure it out because that bridge is burned, and thank God that bridge is burned. Let's keep it that way because I just don't believe in I don't believe in all relationships are restorable and worth it. There's a reason. There is a reason that um, you know, people separate from companies, from managers, from whatever other type of relationship, right? Friendships, romantic relationships, whatever. And I am fully in agreement of some stuff. You gotta let them burn. Some bridges, they're meant to be burned, blown up. We're not doing that anymore. Right. So that is the topic of conversation for today. Welcome to another episode of Candid Conversations. We are on season 3. Yes, season 3 of Candid Conversations. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing today? Thank you for tuning in. I'm Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win, as always, 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 always. So, yeah, talking about this burning bridges thing. I just I am not of the belief of all bridges are meant to stay up. You know, they were built for a reason, and sometimes that reason is fulfilled, and now we are at the point of the road where this bridge does not need to be here anymore. And I am fully in belief of that. I know a lot of people says, "Oh, you never know when you might need someone." You know what? I don't want sometimes. So I don't have bridges. Me personally, I don't have bridges for when I might need somebody. I have bridges because I want to be connected or available. But guess what? If we're not friends, then that's not a bridge that I'm gonna ever cross. It's just I'm like, well, I mean, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out because not all friendships are meant to last. Not all professional relationships are meant to last. They're just not. So for me, I'm like, you know what? Goodbye. I'm gonna do my thing. I don't need to leave this connection open because of whatever went wrong. You know, um, there are some situations that you get into that you're like, I never should have been here, and you might try to end it amicably, right? But is it worth it to leave that gateway open to some of the like to a bad thing, to a toxic thing? Is it worth it? I don't think so. That's why I say like, some bridges are meant to be burned. You built that bridge and you realize that I probably shouldn't have built that bridge. And if that is the realization, if you realize that you shouldn't have built the bridge, why not burn it on your way out? Destroy it on your way out. Not saying to like go and do something mean or nasty or anything like that. But what I am saying is to make it where there is no going back, where you don't want to go back. And it's not something you even have to announce, but you need to know in your mind that this bridge is burned and it is like it's because it's not worth it. Because if you cross that bridge again, you will experience the same things that didn't go right the first time. People change. Yeah, sure. Guess what? I don't care. I don't care. Because as I said in 2024, I am looking forward. And in 2025, we are still looking forward. We're still looking forward. And me, like, I make it a habit of not looking back. I don't focus on friends from elementary school, middle school, high school, college. Some people I'm still connected with, but I'm not going to go out of my way for someone that I knew at like earlier in life, and in order to try to reconnect. So I don't I don't care about Facebook. I don't care about like connecting with the past. For me, the past is the past is the past. Now, if we're cool, then we're cool. But honestly, if I didn't really like you back then, I don't think I'm gonna like you nowadays, right? I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. You might be a great person, but it doesn't matter to me. I don't need it. See, I'm always looking, and sometimes even when you like today, you might build a bridge, but that bridge might not have been the best thing for you to do or the best idea. And guess what? In that case, you burn that bridge too. You're like, okay, my bad. I made a mistake. I went over the wrong bridge. Let me go back the other way. I built the wrong bridge. I mean, sometimes we build the wrong software. We have defects and stuff like that. We have to go and fix it. So honestly, for me, I think that we make a big mistake when we try to hold on to these relationships that are not good for us, that we shouldn't be in, whether it's work, whether it's friendship. And I mean, I have some friends, people that I knew from a long time ago that I haven't spoken to them in forever. And we might connect, and I'm like, oh, it's like we spoke yesterday. And then there are some people that I might have known a long time ago, and somehow they get my phone number and they want to hit me up. Or nowadays, 'cause, like, if someone calls you and you don't know the number, like, you're not answering that, but they send you a text that, hey, TCR, hey. I don't say anything. Like when I first get a text and I don't know who it is, and they'll say, this is so and so. And I know exactly who so and so is. I'm like, oh, true. Like, why the hell? How the hell did you get my number? Why are you contacting me? So I was looking to do this, and can you help me? And I'm like, I check my mental Rolodex. I'm like, oh yeah, this bridge is burned. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that, because I know that if you go back down that rabbit hole, it's nothing but trouble ahead for you. And I do not need that in my life. I don't need trouble. I don't need trouble in my life. I just want to do the things that I want to do. I want to talk and work on this tech stuff, and just live my life. I just want to be, you know, I just want to do. But so many people, they are so connected. Like bridges, like when they tell you don't burn any bridges, that means keep a connection to your past. Right? That's pretty much what it means to when it says don't burn any bridges. That means um, keep a connection to your past. But most of our past, like most, right? Some people have an amazing past, but most of our past suck. Most of our past suck. Like to put it, there's no better term, no better way to put it. Most of our past sucks, but we feel that we need to be connected to it. I mean, how many times do you hear people talk about we need to acknowledge the past for things that they never been through, right? And I'm like, but I don't want to be connected to things that suck. Like if there are so many things in my past that suck, and I'm like, man, I am so over that. Sometimes I'll run into people like just in everyday life that I used to know a long time ago, and they come like, oh hey, I'm like hey, I'm like how you doing? Oh, how you doing? What are you doing? Oh, that's what I'm up to. That's what you're up to. Okay, cool. Well, nice to see you. Talk to you later. Do I say, oh, let's exchange numbers? Nope. Do I say, hey, where do you live now? Nope. Hey, we should see each other. Nope. Nah, man. We're not doing that. But I mean, that's how I feel though. A lot of times we just want to stay connected to the things that we know that they were the worst for us, but you never know. Things might change. On a probability scale, right? You go back across that bridge that you don't want to burn, and I would say you have a 99% probability of it not working out well. Of it being the same reason that you crossed the bridge back the first time. But you didn't burn it because you figured that you could go back across, because you got to keep that line of communication because you never know. You never know. Well, here's one thing you do know. You know that once you cross the bridge out, you're like, yeah, this is not for me. This is not good. So why would you even consider going back across the bridge? Not my thing. I mean, and if you really think about it, right, it it it, it hasn't worked well for you. Now, there's sometimes like you might be in a company and you leave the company because let's say another company was giving you a better offer and you wanted to level up. In tech, a lot of times it's a bounce through different roles, different positions, different companies, right? But then like the company that you were at, like you left amicably, and then now you're like, oh, they have a position, and you apply for it, and they're like, oh, we want you to come back, and you come back. That's different. That's different, right? But if you absolutely hated your manager, your boss, the company, who knows, right? And now you leave the company, and then you're like, oh well, they're hiring and they're offering more money. I should go back. But you hated it there. But maybe they've changed. Maybe they haven't. They have new management. Are the same people still there? For me, it's not really it's not worth it. Not all bridges are meant to be kept. I like my motto, one of my mottos, right? So here's a motto for me, right? I don't look back. I look forward. Now, if I knew you in the past and now I come across you in my future as I'm going forward and now you're different, but if you're doing the same exact thing, that just means you're trying to build another bridge, right? If you come back and you're still doing the same exact thing, I don't want to be connected. I don't want the same way. You know what? Here's just this weekend on the Saturday morning show. We're talking about, and this is when I decided to do this video. I like Saturday morning show. We're talking about burning bridges and stuff like that, and we're talking about the H-1B visa program. You know what? You should H-1B visa your bridges and your relationships and stuff like that. I want brightest, the best and the brightest minds, you know, to be my friends, to be the relationships that I have. Because a lot of times, due to proximity, we just continue to fester in toxicity. It could be within your family, it could be within friends, it can be in romantic relationships, it could be in companies. I have personally had it in all of those categories. And I'm sure that you've had to, right? And I'm like, why like why should I why should I participate? Why should I have a connection that's left open? Sever the connection. Not all things are worth going back to. Honestly, for me, almost nothing is worth going back to. And I'll tell you this, by always looking forward, I've always got into better things, better better opportunities, better people, you know. So that's why I'm like my like I share this with you because I don't want you to be beholden. I don't want you to be burdened by thinking that because the motto says never burn a bridge, that now you have to be connected to everything that you've ever been to everyone that you've ever been affiliated with, right? Because most of the affiliation should have never happened in the first place, like I said earlier. I don't think it's worth it. So that's why I say, and I said it could be family. It could be your own mother, it could be your own father, it could be a sister, a brother, an aunt, an uncle. Sometimes, all right. I'm gonna tell you the secret, right? I'm gonna tell you the secret. Hopefully, nobody's I've I've done this to watches this. But if they are, then so be it, right? But I've been added to different, group chats and stuff like that, and I might be watching in there. I might say nothing for a very, very long time, and then once, but I see everything that's going on in there, right? I'm like, so this is toxic. This is dumb. This is ratchet. And then after I see enough, I'm like, well, leave group, leave chat. I'm out. I am out. I'm turning the page. I am turning the page because I don't need that connection. And like I said, it could be family that I grew up with. It could be friends that I had. Now, what the connections that I try to keep is connections that I am able to add value into, and in reciprocally, I get value added to me as well. Because what happens a lot of times is that I mean, if you're not moochers and leechers, I'm gonna preface it with that. We end up adding value, way more value into others than they add into us, and they just us dry, drain us dry. They take everything away from you, and then as soon as you don't have anything, you can't help them. Then they turn on you. They turn on you harshly. They say you don't even care about them. Like, damn, it's like that. So that's why I'm like, let them burn. Let the bridges burn. If people want to burn bridges with me, cool. I don't. I don't. I don't. Me. I just like when I don't want to be somewhere, I just remove myself. I'm like, oh, it's time to go, right? But if they don't like that, I don't participate. That, um, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. So I think that we need like I'm not saying to like make a announcement that we're no longer friends. Let me just go your own way. And then here's a strategy that I use when I burn bridges. When I just don't respond. Eventually, eventually, the message is understood. Sometimes though, they might try in the future, and I'm like, whatever. But sometimes I throw up the alley oop for people to expose their true nature and to be the ones who facilitate an easy understanding of a burnt bridge. And, you know, one day they will try to cross the bridge that they burned and they will fall into shark infested water and stuff like that, you know? Don't let the water hit you on the belly flop. And I'm totally cool with that. But me, I don't. I chill. I do my own thing. I don't go out there looking to cross bridges that I left for a reason. And I would say, for your sanity, for your mental health, don't go back to burnt bridges. Burn the bridge and never think back, never think about it again. It's not for you. It's not for you. There's a reason you left in the first place, right? There's a reason you left in the first place. Whatever situation you got yourself in, you moved on. Now you don't go and try to swim across shark infested waters, because guess what? If you don't get eaten by the sharks and you get back to the other side, you're going right back to the mess that you're in the first place. So for me, I say, let the bridges burn, blow that up. Blow it up, move on with your life. Always chase greatness, always chase what's better. You know, that's my mindset. And that's why I work so hard. I compete with myself on a daily basis so that I don't, I even burn bridges with myself. I said, you know what? Where you were X amount of time ago, it is not where we need to be today. We're not going back. We're going to burn that bridge. So that's why I say burn bridges with almost everybody. Some bridges, like the good bridges, they stay up. The bad bridges, let's not make a connection there. That's my thoughts on it. That is my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. But we're gonna wrap it up for today. We're gonna wrap it up. That was my candid conversation. That's my thought. You know, burn most bridges. If when you were on the other side of that bridge and it was messy and painful and toxic and stuff like that, burn it down. Burn it down. Run. You know, run. Run from it. Run from that bridge. Run from that connection. Free yourself. Free yourself. Free your mind. All right. But with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Do me a big favor. If you found this helpful, useful, and valuable, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. As well, techcoachrob.dev, one-on-one coaching, the top tier, the Tech Barbarian spot, it's like 2 or 3 spots left, right? So once that's filled up, it's over. We still have a good amount of spots in the Tech Prodigy member. If you just need exclusive content, if you need, like when I drop videos, I drop the full Scrum nights that the Tech Barbarians do. When I'm dropping tips on how to career search, how to use AI to make you more effective, then you can sign up for a Technical Explorers tier, lowest tier, and we can share and run it up together when I do separate meetups and stuff like that. I'm about to upload the live meeting where I was updating my resume, and we had some talks about how federal resumes should look, and somebody who can help you with that. So then check out techcoach.dev. Lots of amazing information, all that good stuff, right? And right there, it has techcoachralph.dev. Check it out, and we can go from there, right? But with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Remember, burn those bridges. You don't have to stay connected to things that you do not want to be connected with. All right, Tech Coach Ralph, we are out. Those crowded streets where all the ghosts are known, but I'm a torch to every bridge. Ain't scared to let them go. I got my past in the rear view mirror. All the voices couldn't be any clearer. They say don't burn bridges, don't you dare. I got dynamite, I just don't care. Blow them up, let the pieces fly. Watch the dust settle underneath the sky. Never look back, keep my head held high. No more tears, I won't cry. They say make amends, learn to forgive. I know what it takes to truly live. Cut the ties and watch me thrive. This is my life, I won't just survive. Blow them up, let the pieces fly. Watch the dust settle underneath the sky. Never look back, keep my head held high. No more tears, I won't cry.
They say that time can heal the wounds, but I'm not one to wait. Patience lost in the inferno, burning past debate. Each step away, another layer peeling off my skin, emerging from the ashes, ready to begin. Memories like shadows, they fade away. Couldn't weigh me down on my brightest day. Goodbye to the old, I'm breaking free. No regrets, this is the new me. Blow them up, let the pieces fly. Watch the dust settle underneath the sky. Never look back, keep my head held high. No more tears, I won't cry. Just don't look back. The past is just a memory in gray and black. Keep walking forward, leave the wreckage far behind. I'm setting fire to every bond that tried to hold my mind. Blow up the bridges, don't look back. The past is just a memory in gray and black. Keep walking forward, leave the wreckage far behind. I'm setting fire to every bond that tried to hold my mind.